Hello and welcome back to Strollin and Trollin. Hello, Tyler. How's it been?
May the 4th be with you all.
As of recording,
Yeah.
this
We're
comes
not
out
uploading
about
it.
a week and a half after that.
That's right. That is correct.
Two bangers went up on May the 4th. My moon rant and Tyler's
What was that?
vlog compilation.
I watched that. Was that just a parody of how I do my rants, or was that an actual grievances against the moon?
Obviously, it wasn't grievances about the moon. I literally screamed about whether or not it's made out of cheese and then called it Dwayne the Space Rock Johnson.
Have you seriously never finished Despicable Me?
Of course I have.
Vector still lives on the moon.
Of course I have.
He's still on the moon.
It's literally just satire, Tyler. And yes, it is kind of a spoof on your, mad ramblings.
I resembled it to what I do. Connected a lot of dots there. I'm like, hey, this is because you said you were going to do a lot more me style rant.
That's one of them.
That's one of them.
Yep.
It was funny, though. Regardless, though, it was very funny.
Then I made you that.
Then the video I got coming up today.
Oh, my God.
That's a fucking banger.
That's so funny.
Oh, my God.
Did you watch it all the way to the end to where
Oh, my God, I
does his
did.
thing?
I watched.
They're all pussies. It's so funny. God. Everybody loves Eli. He's just the best. And Lincoln Miffery, who we still haven't got in this podcast because he's asleep.
We'll get him on eventually.
Yeah, eventually. We'll get him on. Like I said, we'll get him on when we go to Kings Island.
Yeah, we get him and Eli on for the big
Next
recap
week,
of
baby.
the trip.
This
That's
is
next
happening.
Friday.
This goes up after we come back.
It goes up that Saturday, right?
Yep.
We'll already been back. I'll probably be asleep, actually, because we're getting home at like 5 in the morning.
Yep. That, again, your decision.
I don't want to spend the extra money, and
Fair
also
enough.
I don't care. I got nothing. I got the day off for a reason, so I don't have to do anything.
I also got that day off because I literally getting home that early would be so struggling.
And then we're gonna have shit to do. I'm gonna have work to do after that because putting all the footage together and all up. So I need to sleep.
Sleep is irrelevant to me. But I really
need
need
driving.
What I really need is you to be available to leave your house so I can do things other than this podcast with you.
Next week, because my grandma's in town this week.
Mm-hmm.
For her birthday, Mother's Day, because her birthday's also the same day as my birthday.
Shit.
She's down here for that and for Mother's Day. And we're having a garage sale this weekend, so she's here getting us ready for that. And so I have to be here, and I've also got exams I've been working on. I got one more exam today, and then school's over for me for the summer. I'm so excited.
And then the fun really begins.
Next week, they fucked up my availability. So next week, I only have to work 2 days because my new availability didn't kick in. And I got that Monday off, which would be one of the days I would have worked under my old availability. I got that day off so we can do the pop video and like we planned.
The pop video. Yes. Everybody who's listening, the pop is still on his floor in the basement. Or actually, you said you moved it up.
It's on my mini fridge. It'll be gone next time we record a podcast. It'll be gone.
Realistically.
Hopefully. Hopefully it's not still here because of some unfortunate circumstance. Probably should confirm with everybody actually that we're still good for that day. And then next week, I don't know what else we're doing next week.
Crazy shit. Kings Island.
Kings Island. I don't know what else besides Kings Island we're doing, but
just whatever.
It's a lot of fun.
Honestly, I just want to go out. I'm going to go see Doctor Strange this weekend as of recording, May the 6th. So 2 days with Lycan Miffery and Dark Realm, and we're just gonna shenanigans in Target for a little bit before the movie starts. Me and Lucas. While we wait for Eli to get out of work and show up. And, just small things like that. Let's just go to Walmart again and vlog it. Let's go buy another fucking bottle opener.
If we're vlogging going back to Walmart, we gotta buy one of those arcade machines.
We don't have Pringle House yet. Pringles in house.
Yeah, that's true.
Look into it. Viewers at home, give us money.
Next week.
So we can buy
Next week I
Pringles.
might get out and fill up some stuff. I don't know. I'm booked through the weekend after Thursday though. With Friday's the garage sale, Saturday at work, plus Mother's Day stuff and my birthday stuff. Sunday same thing. Monday though,
Monday.
I'm pretty much open.
I want to do
video time.
So while I was making the vlog video, the vlog compilation, I want to do another hide and seek at Horizon. That's what I want to do.
That's gonna be tricky. We'd have to do it at night.
We don't have to do it at night.
It has to be at night. Why
we don't have to do it at Horizon either. You do it at the high school? Ooh, that's much bigger ground. That'd be crazy.
That'd be fucking weird as shit. But we could do like we could just do it somewhere in Ohio in the middle of the night after.
That's not a good idea. One of us will not come back from that. My bet is on you.
You're probably.
You fit in.
No, I tell you, we're gonna make fake Trump hats, and that's gonna protect us from all the people in Ohio. So.
Well, no, you'll already be fine. You would fit right in down there. You look like an Ohioan. I mean, give it 2 more years and you'll be bald just like him too. Treasure your hair while it's still there, Tyler. All that Mountain Dew drinking will not do you good.
Good fucking lord. That pop, chugging that pop again. Oh god.
Oh no. I hated that.
I'm gonna need some help. I cannot do fucking 4 of them again this time.
Tell you what, I ain't chugging one. I will throw up again, and I don't want to do that.
Jackson said he probably would chug the one he got. Brian might chug the one he got, and then I'll have to do the rest. Probably. That's still 6 though. I don't know if I can do 6.
I want to go to another Lugnuts game as well, but I want to be there this time.
The what?
A Lugnuts game?
We're gonna do that at some point this summer.
I don't think Lucas will want to go though. Last time he seemed pretty uninterested and hated it every minute of it. Another thing that
I'm not gonna vlog him anymore. You know, that was a bit of a nuisance.
Nuisance. Well, we talked about just walking around campus and shit and vlogging that. I think we should do that, and maybe like walking around Lansing and around where the Lugnut Stadium is. And we could, like, stop somewhere for lunch or dinner or whatever the fuck as well.
Maybe.
I think that's a good idea.
The plan. We got all summer to do that, though.
I think we need to do a podcast where we are literally strolling. I don't know where we'll be going. Trolling. But, like, you know, strolling around strolling around town, trolling the pedestrians, you know? We could do a strolling and trolling in the world.
It reminds me of those 2 guys that went into Walmart and recreated the fat guy tuba thing in Walmart and pissed off the manager.
I'm just saying,
we'd be those people.
I'm just saying, like, you know, we walk around Lansing and we just ask random people, "You there, sir, on the streets? Do you know where swear words came from? And do you think it was drunken pirates?" You know, stuff like that.
"You there, sir? Have you seen me chug this unknown pop?
Have you seen the Pringleson defeat Bin Laden? Have you heard of Pringle Dad?"
I didn't defeat Bin Laden, remember? He threw up on that one.
Oh, yeah. Have you heard of Pringle Dad?
The lore. The lore.
The lore.
The lore. Oh
Would you like to subscribe to the Jeff and the Mellows YouTube channel? It'll just be like Rec Room, but in real life. I'm sure we'll hear several like N-words everywhere we go too.
No, we'll hear in the distance. Join. Can I join?
No, anything but that. We should totally go to Brighton and tell like Michael Jackson. Like at some point in like 10 years, we'll go to the UK, go to Brighton, and be like, "Yo, Michael Jackson, where you at? Let's meet in public."
That'd be so bad.
I'm still mad that the rate at which he uploads and then privates his videos is insane. He's still beefing with Metalhead Man 619 as well. They're still beefing with each other. He's got like this little posse of like goons on his side now. I don't know what the fuck is going on with that guy.
What you have to do is you have to go when you see a video upload from him. You have to download it immediately, and then.
Well, I can't download him. I could screen record him, but like at this point, I kind of just want to leave it alone.
Me too. blocked the guy. I don't have any contact with them anymore.
Right. It's like I don't even have access to my PlayStation anymore, so that's not even an issue either. I'm just cool with him being gone forever. Besides the fact that we now have Earth Surfer USA to now worry about, you know? The new Michael
God.
Jackson, who
Is he gonna respond?
I did ask for him to come on our podcast in that video at the very end and like towards the middle. I would love to do a podcast with that man because I think it would be hilarious to listen to him.
Michael Jackson or Earth Surfer?
Earth Surfer.
Oh my God! Did he ever respond to your comment to the comments on your thing?
He said in his initial response to my first video that he'll be keeping tabs on me. So hopefully eventually he sees it, but for now, I don't even know. I guess he must have like searched himself up on YouTube or something, and my video came up.
Did he? Yeah, how it could have popped up and was recommended because of the thumbnail or whatever.
I mean, the thumbnail both times is literally just his face. So Doug, if you're listening, get on the podcast, you dumbass for cuck.
That would be so fucking funny, dude.
It would be so funny. We'll give him a chance to prove himself. And don't worry, I'm not being mean to you. I'm not being mean to you, Doug. This is exactly how I treat all of the people I know. I call Tyler a dumb cuck all the time. Ask him, he's right there.
I'm right here.
Another thing, like in the turkey video, I like put my hand on your shoulder and you literally just go like this. Like you literally jumped so hard.
Because you did it so like abruptly and without any warning whatsoever. You're just like when people touch me on the shoulder, and it's not planned, I'm gonna flinch. That's just who I am.
I still think that's one of the funniest videos we've ever made.
That's one of the funniest videos that is on the channel. Like not like the one of the funniest like raw ideas, not like compilations or
obviously. Or like TikTok dances, you know.
That's so funny. I did. I don't know if you saw it. I put it in the local chat last night. I want to try Carolina Reaper for a video.
I would do that with you. I've eaten ghost pepper.
We gotta figure out where they're sold, though. We gotta figure out where they are like sold.
I don't know. I think we should eat spicy stuff.
I know Buffalo Wild Wings has Carolina Reaper wings, like as a challenge.
Well, we might have to order them online, but like you know that shit's serious. You got to wear gloves when you're handling that, and then don't touch anything except for the pepper with those gloves. It's a lasting flavor and a lasting burn. The capsaicin in it is just so strong and powerful. You got to be careful with that, but I would love to do it.
I would love to do it too. It would definitely not be a short because the reaction would take a long time.
It'd be a long video.
Cultivate. Oh my God.
We'd have to get everybody in on that.
I don't know who else would do it, though.
We also need to do a bunch of anniversary videos this year.
Well, the Amiibo tournament's turned 4 this year, which is crazy. The channel turns 4 as well.
We're almost 1 year to the Tigers game vlog as well, which I thought was crazy.
Can I tell you, I don't like that vlog. I have not watched it since I made it. I'm surprised you put clips in it from there because that was so bad. That was so bad. Everything just went wrong.
The vlog itself was okay. I think that you cut out most of the humor though, or you weren't recording. Like you did a lot of like showing off the statues and shit, which I mean, like if you're doing like a stadium review, but like you were doing a vlog. But I mean, like that doesn't matter. You'll have stinkers every here and there, and I mean, you still have some good bits in there, like At one point, we're walking into the shop, and it's called, like, the D shop or something. And I said, what, Tyler? What? Say that again? And you said, it's the D shop. We're like,
no, just
D's
like
Nut Shop.
It's not necessarily the vlog itself that I'm not happy with. It's just the memories I have associated with the vlog. Getting fucked over with parking, and then almost getting arrested by security, and then just the fact that it was so rapidly, like, it was so rapid how it came to be like a week. It came together in like a week, and it was such a weird group of people put together for it. And
like thinking back on it now, only one of the people in that group was weird. The other three of us mesh really well together.
We did. Well, at the time we didn't really, but nowadays, yes, we do.
Hence the success of the turkey video, which was very spontaneous as well.
The biggest memory I have from that is actually driving home when we minimum 97 miles an hour on the highway and got passed
You
by a
kept
cop.
taking wrong turn. Oh, we did get passed by a cop on the way home. That was insane.
And he passed us from the right, and I was going like 80. It was like a 70 mile an hour speed limit. I was going 80 in the left lane. Here's the cop right up behind me, state trooper. I see his light. He does not turn it on. I'm like, I'm frozen. I'm not moving. I'm freaking the fuck out. He goes around me, gives me this signal. Like, what are you doing? I'm going 10 miles an hour over the fucking speed limit.
Right?
And then zooms past me like it's nothing.
I thought that was insane.
And then we went to that Walmart right before it closed.
I don't even think we got in. We did in there. We did go in. I don't remember what we did though. Oh man, that was so funny. We listened to podcast time on the way there and back as well. Do you remember that?
Oh my god,
Making
yeah.
them suffer through
that
old
was fun. That was
podcast
funny.
episodes. Oh
driving there, the driving home wasn't bad except it was late at night, but I could handle it. Well, traffic wasn't horrible except for one spot where there's construction. Getting there was a little tough because because again, we got fucked over parking because they guided everybody into this one area and you had to pay $50 to park. What the fuck? It cost more than all the tickets did.
I thought that was funny. There was a lot.
It was just an impulse decision that I wish I hadn't did. I wish we had structured it a little bit better. I don't know, but if I go to Tigers game again, probably won't vlog it. But I'd also plan it out better.
Vlogging games is hard though, because it's hard to find good content in that. Whereas going to a museum, it's so easy.
There are some museums in Detroit will be fun to go to.
I would like to go to Chicago, go to the Natural History Museum there, go to Shed Aquarium. Those are both great places, And
yeah, I went there.
You could do that in a day, and those aren't really that expensive. It's really the time you are there and back that's the most expensive part, because it's like an 8-hour drive.
Well, combined each way, yeah, it's about 8 hours. So you lose an hour going to there you lose an hour. You gain an hour going there and lose one coming back, so you have to.
It's difficult. That. It's weird, but we could totally do that. That's not that expensive. We could do that this summer if we really wanted to.
I mean, we can try plan it out. See, that's the thing, right? We make all these big plans for summer, and then like 90% of them never get executed.
Such is the way of the Pringleson channel. So many ideas never to be. And same for me as well. Like,
there's so many fun trips. There's so many fun trips I want to take with you guys though. Eventually, not like just like spontaneous summer trips, like actually like vacations. Like I texted you last night. I want to go to do a trip to Gatlinburg with everybody. Let's stay in a cabin and do all the Titanic Museum and the Ripley's Museum and go to Dollywood and stuff like that.
So damn expensive, though. That trip is.
That's why it's not like now. It's like down the road.
Yeah, you'd have to start planning that like 2 years ahead, though. I mean, that's nuts. But that's why I kind of said that we should start doing like weekly meetings so we can actually like plan for that shit. And I was even thinking because I've done scouting, I've done venture crew, I know how to fucking plan events and shit. And I'm almost thinking like if we had bi-weekly meetings twice a month like we did in venture crew. And they could be virtual, they could be in person. We could potentially do an activity like a kind of, I don't want to say big trip, but like a trip every freaking month. We could do a decent vlog every month.
Define big trip though.
Well, like I said, that's kind of why I with the quotation marks there, because it could be going down to Kalamazoo and going to a VR arcade for a day. That's not expensive. It's not that far away. It's an easy trip.
Binder Park Zoo is the same thing.
Exactly.
To feed the giraffes.
Going to a zoo. Like we could do. I mean, there's so many zoos that we could do. There's so many museums, so many zoos, aquariums. Like there's a lot. We could go to Impression 5. That's probably one of the easiest things we can do. That's like.
We definitely have to do that this summer. We definitely have to go there. Again,
it's not even that far away either.
That's an easy like not even day thing.
Exactly.
I think the Binder Park Zoo would be fun because we could feed giraffes, and it's a lot more elaborate than the Potter Park Zoo was,
right?
Or is, I guess. It's still around, but
it's bigger. It's got more space for bigger animals and such.
Right.
And again, we can go to the Detroit Zoo as well, and we could go to. I mean, there's a bunch of them. I
There's
want to
museums
do.
in Detroit too. There's a lot of fun there, and there's plenty of stuff to do.
We could
So,
do. I mean, like there. It's tough because there's some trips that I don't even want to vlog. Like when I'm saying bi-weekly
not to vlog
meetings.
everything. I'm just saying, just in generals, like we
No,
don't have to.
I'm saying that like some of these we wouldn't even vlog. They would just be trips for us to hang out. Like say we go backpacking for a weekend. You wouldn't vlog that. You wouldn't have any really place for like camera footage or anything like that. But it'd just be like a cool hangout. Sit around the fire, cook some fucking
Oh my
whatever,
god, have a big bonfire. That'd be so
and just
fun.
chill.
I'd love to do that.
Drink some brewskis.
Mountain Dew. We'll get the hard Mountain Dew if it ever gets distributed.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, well, we should probably dive into the
The topics.
the topics of the podcast. Do we want to just get mine out of the way, or do you
Yes,
start
let's
with yours?
get yours out of the way, and then we can collab
Well,
on
this
mine.
is something that I was reminded of, and I told this in, I think it was the end of the DI Stories video, or it was the end of the camp video that I did, part 2 of the DI Stories. I said I didn't really have any more stories worth telling on the channel, but I might tell some on this podcast because they're shorter and they're still good. This is one of them. So I was like 4 years old when this happens, and we're going to Target. You know what Target I'm talking about. And there's a group of people from my family there, and we walk into the Target, and I'm like strutting around like I own the place, because I'm so happy, I'm walking around, and I'm like showing them around the Target and stuff like they've never been there before, but they probably have. I was 4, I didn't know. We're going down the right side, like that long by the clothes. We're going down that pathway, and I'm turning around. I'm walking backwards, trying to talk to them while I'm walking. And I just keep going straight backwards, and then somebody yells out, "Look out! Turn around!" So I turn around, and right in front of me is this fire extinguisher, and I walk right into the fire extinguisher. Right, I'm like, "Dong!" Just boom, like that. Just hit the fire extinguisher because I didn't have time to stop. It falls off of the pole that it's sitting on, and it goes off.
This explains a lot. Tyler hit his head on a pole really hard, and now he thinks he's doing a YouTube channel. None of this is real. He died that day. Just like the day where he fell into the lake. He died that day too.
That was scary, but funny at the same time that I set off a fire extinguisher at Target. So.
Yeah, I think that's pretty funny too. I can't even imagine what that must have looked like. Oh, God. Because I'm in Boy Scouts. I know how to use fire extinguishers. There was like a whole day where we spent an hour learning how to use fire extinguishers. And we did use like a couple of them. And man, does that stuff go everywhere real fast. I can't even imagine what the fucking Target must have looked like. like a ball pit. But it's all foam. Was that my phone?
Stupid.
Oh my God! Cinco de Mayo is tomorrow. Thanks for the notification.
I'm thinking about doing a short for today and tomorrow, like their special days.
I don't know why today is a special day. I mean, literally, it's just Star Wars. How is that even a thing? Like what? How did Star Wars become so big?
I don't know. I'm not a big Star Wars fan. I don't know.
I'm a pretty big Star Wars fan, but I gotta say the movies aren't that great. I've watched so many better movies. There's some of them that are bangers, but nah. I mean,
the Legos though.
The Legos are fucking mint, bro. Legos in general are just mint. Like this fucking T-Rex right here with Elmo on his back. I mean, fuck that, man.
Okay,
so actually,
what is that Wait, is that the T-Rex from the set you just got?
Yes, I have 3 T-Rexes.
No, watch this. No.
You have the same one as me. You have the same one. Watch, she's gonna get literally the same freaking T-Rex.
Here.
He's bringing.
Take this one.
You mean this
one? You got
one?
that one.
I have
the
that
other
one
then.
I have that one, this one, the one with the set, which is bigger and way, way more intricate. And then I have this bad boy. Little bone T-Rex.
Skelly Boy T-Rex.
There's two bald
I actually think
T-Rexes.
I'm going to keep this here as a display piece now. Thank you for getting me something to put on my... Come here, Mr. T-Rex.
Yeah, I have that same T-Rex, though. I have that same set. Oh, man. Legos are great, dude. I just love them. Right now, Mad Eye Moody is taking the place of the one T-Rex.
They weren't so damn expensive. I'd probably buy some more sets, but...
They are real expensive. And I, man, does that get in the way sometimes. But I always put money aside for just fucking Legos, you know? Great thing to do on a rainy day. And just when you're feeling shitty, you know? Because, the fucking... Building those two sets took me, fucking 7 hours to do. Taking breaks and streaming it and doing whatever. But yeah.
Right.
Legos are good. Will always be good. Anyway. Tyler, I have a big, big topic. I can guarantee you that I've talked about most of these stories before. But, BUTT, those were in ancient times. Times of the PlayStation 4. Times of bad audio. Times of time. Times.
Times of time.
Racoons. What does that spell, Tyler?
Racoons!
No. What does it spell?
It spells raccoons.
What? There's no W, Tyler. There's no W. There's no W in raccoons.
How do you know? Might be silent.
Anyway, I have 3 stories about raccoons and then just general grievances about raccoons. Starting with this one.
Oh boy, is this going to be like your moon rat? Grievances about raccoons. Why do they have bandit eyes? Why are they criminals?
Who put them there? What are they made out of? Is Vector
living with the raccoons?
What are they made out of? Why do they like trash so goddamn much? What's the main character from Over the Hedge's name? I don't know. Who put him there? You know. No, not like that. Some legitimate grievances and complaints. And one of the most defining, traumatizing events of my entire life was with raccoons. And I've told this story many a times to many a people, and it's like a thing now. Okay. We're going to lead up to that big one, but I'm going to start with the 2 smaller ones. I keep forgetting what the other one is. Oh, I have fucking 4 stories about raccoons. 3 of them come from the same place, actually. I think the same summer as well.
Oh boy, that was a fun summer for the raccoons, wasn't it?
Okay, Cole Canoe Base, summer camp, Boy Scout summer camp that I used to work at. 3 raccoon stories, all take place at the same thing.
Oh boy.
Okay, these are crazy. And all of these stories lead into my grievances about raccoons, but the 4th one is like an epic. They will make movies about my 4th raccoon story. Because it truly is. Tom Cruise will star as me, with Danny DeVito playing the raccoon. It'll be insane. Tons of movies off of this story from the Strollin and Trollin podcast. Anyway, my first story about raccoons. It is the summer. It is late at night. Not late enough that everyone is asleep, but late enough that all the activities are over and everybody has started to clean up. So I'm thinking about 11 o'clock. 10 o'clock maybe, right after movie night or ice cream dance party. We were cleaning up. It's a mess. Fucking scouts suck. They just bleed all over the place and throw their ice cream across the fucking everything. And then someone comes from the staff area and says to me, "There's a raccoon back there. We need to go find..." I can't remember who they said we need to go find, and I'm going to refrain from using their names anyway, just out of respect. But he basically, if I remember correctly, he says, "We got to go find the guy." I don't know what to replace this with. Jimbo. We got to go find Jimbo. We'll just say Jimbo. Everybody will be Jimbo in these stories, okay? But me, being the genius that I am, I'm going to take things into my own hands. That raccoon is going through everybody's tents and stealing shit. I've got peanuts in my tent, and that raccoon is not going to get them. If I can help it, I will end that raccoon's life.
Oh, God.
So, I go to my tent. I grab my machete. It's the one that I give Tyler in the turkey hunting video, the rusty one that's kind of broken. It would hurt like fuck to hit that raccoon with that, but I would keep swinging if I needed to. And as I'm looking for it, I see it. I see it across the way. Oh, you son of a bitch. I'm gonna get you and you're gonna fucking scream. And then to my left, to my left, there's a laundry basket. Bing! Lightning. A light bulb. Light bulb.
Lightning goes off.
Lightning! Yeah, I started maniacally laughing.
You're like Thor.
I raise my machete in the air and a lightning bolt strikes it and I turn into a fucking beast. No. I see a laundry basket. I got my machete, so I have a plan now. I'm going to catch that goddamn raccoon in that goddamn basket before Jimbo comes here to fucking collect that coon. You know? Also, maybe I shouldn't say that because I've heard that that's a racist thing to say. I'm referring to raccoons, so I guess I won't say that. I'll just keep saying raccoon. That just came out because I've always said that for raccoons. Or I've also always said cuckoo, because my sister called them cuckoos. And I thought that was always funny too. When the dogs ripped them to shreds and my sister would look out the window and be like, ha ha ha, cuckoo! You know, a little bit messed up, but yay, it runs in the family. Anyway, I'm chasing a raccoon through the staff area. Everybody's looking for Jimbo, and I've got my own plan. Fuck Jimbo. What the fuck is Jimbo gonna do? The same thing I'm gonna do, but worse, because I'm a fucking genius. And I've dealt with this shit before. It's connected to the big story, but the big story was so much worse. So much worse. But this one is manageable. There's only one raccoon, I can deal with that. So I grab the basket, I chase him the fuck around until he runs into a tent, has nowhere to go, runs out, and I put the basket on top of him. This motherfucker was calm as shit. I've never seen an animal this calm around people. Now, we do probably feed him on a regular basis with our trash and shit, you know. So maybe that's why he was so calm. But I was so proud of my achievement of catching this raccoon. And then Jimbo comes along and is just like, oh, you caught him. Get back to work. I was pissed. I didn't get any recognition for besting this great enemy. And he fucking didn't even get to my peanuts. However, a fucking chipmunk snuck in there while I wasn't looking and ate my fucking peanuts. So the raccoon was a distraction.
They work together.
They work together.
Smarter
These
than we think we are.
motherfuckers, it's literally over the hedge, man. Literally over the hedge. But with a raccoon and several chipmunks. Crazy shit, dude. And I'm assuming that Jimbo took the raccoon out and shot it in the shotgun field, you know, because they're kind of an issue. So my second raccoon story at the same summer camp. I think this one's the summer after. I don't think the one where I caught it happened in that same year. Basically, I was in charge of the ecology center, and there were a couple nights where I stayed up the entire night. And one of the nights, I'm wandering out. I'm actually on a call with Lycan Miffery. It's in the middle of the summer, and then he hangs up. I'm in the ecology center, and I leave, and I'm heading back to my tent. You know, I'm just gonna fucking sit on my phone, watch Rick and Morty, do whatever the fuck, you know.
Rick and Morty.
All of a sudden, from the forest behind the dumpster, I hear screaming. It sounds like a very small child who has just been stabbed in both legs and shown a dead puppy. That's what it sounds like. And so out of curiosity, I walk over there. But I'm no idiot. I've seen horror movies. You check that shit out, that shit fucks you over. So instead of walking into the forest by myself, I instead don't enter the forest at all and just throw rocks into it. I'm throwing rocks at the trash can. I'm throwing rocks into the woods, but the screaming persists. I actually recorded it. Oh, fuck. It's on the Discord somewhere, probably in the mods chat from fucking ages ago. The sounds. I don't have them on my phone anymore. But man, those screams. I mean, I can almost guarantee you that this is where the myth of banshees come from and like skin crawlers. It's literally got to be just like raccoons. Because them things are terrifying when they scream. It literally sounds...
How'd you find out the raccoons, though?
Well, I knew that it was raccoons. I knew that it wasn't a fucking child out in the woods who just fucking done something stupid.
Oh, it could have been a serial killer.
The child or the raccoon?
Both.
No, Tyler. I know them all too well. And the big story lets you in on that secret.
Oh, boy.
Like I said, they all connect. My third small story. Same year as the screaming one. Which, by the way, when I woke up in the morning, the screaming was gone. And I asked around, and I was just like, did anybody else hear that screaming? And they all said no. And so I was like, well, maybe I'm just fucking cuckoo. Cuckoo. Anyway, there is an animal on top of one of the buildings in the ecology center. It looks like a freaking Wolverine because of the way that the sun is beaming down on its fur. It's asleep. Once again, my genius self decides I'm going to wake it up and find out what it is. It's a Wolverine, we're fucked. If it's a baby bear, we're even more fucked. But, B-U-T-T, if it is a raccoon, I will catch it and drain it of its organs.
But why was the baby bear would be in problem?
Mama bear, more than likely.
There
are bears up there. There are bears up there, and I've seen like porcupine and shit up there too.
Just to be a porcupine, that'd be so funny.
When we were doing the zoo vlog, when we saw the fucking African porcupine or whatever, we all collectively agreed that if any animal were to smoke weed, it would be the porcupine.
Probably. I still stand by that.
Anyway, so logically, the next step is to throw rocks at it until it wakes up and runs away. And so we do. And the scouts are watching me, and they're like, can I throw a rock? I'm like, no! Never throw rocks! As I proceed to throw rocks at the fucking...
You're setting a great example.
Oh, dude. That job fucking sucked, and all those kids sucked, too. Not all of them. A lot of them, though. There was this one time where this kid cut open his hand. Or he cut open, like, his finger. It was like his pinky finger, right? It was really fucking bad. You could see the bone. And I asked him about it because he was in my class, and he, like, looked like he was in serious pain, but he wasn't crying or anything. That motherfucker, literally, I asked him, are you okay? And he said, oh, I'm fine. Can I have a Band-Aid? Clearly he was fucking around playing with his knife, his brand new knife that he had just fucking sharpened, which is probably why he didn't feel so much pain, is because if you cut yourself with a sharp knife, which is why scalpels are so damn sharp, it hurts less. You know, that's why you want to fucking not deal with dull blades. But anyway, this kid has a fucking cut down to his bone across his finger. I'm like, dude, that is not okay. And he's like getting real upset about it. And then I send him to the health lodge. He gets it glued and like stapled and stitched or whatever the fuck.
Can you move on? That's very squishy.
He comes back like a couple days later, and there's this massive fucking thunderstorm coming. And again, I'm like really, really awful. I just told this story the other day. Where I love thunderstorms, especially at like outdoor places. Because I love listening to them and watching them, and just like the utter, just like hopelessness that it comes with is just so crazy awesome. And so I'm telling all these kids, and most of them are enjoying it except for the kid who cut his finger. I'm like, Guys, this is a fucking massive storm. This is gonna be crazy. We can't leave. They've called emergencies on the radio. We're stuck here. It's crazy. It's tornado warnings and stuff. And this kid, like, literally.
Tornado warnings on a lake?
We don't have a lake. They call it Lake Bosco, but it's a fucking pond. It's man-made. It's the shittiest fucking lake you'll ever see. To the point where I don't even know if it could be classified as a lake. But anyway, this kid starts fucking crying, and I'm just like, oh, shit. Maybe I shouldn't have been so excited about this storm, because now he's crying, and I'm stuck with this crying kid who just fucking... some of them kids are idiots. Anyway... So that's my third story about raccoons. The one on the roof. He woke up, ran away. Last I saw of it.
90% of that story was not about the raccoon. It was about me skirmishing because he kid cries because of a thunderstorm, but not because he cut his little finger open. What?
Yep. I don't fucking understand it at all. Anyway. The big one. The big story. I've told this many times. It's like my defining story.
Your defining story, oh boy.
It is the story of how I fended off against several raccoons, including an albino raccoon, to put out a fire the entire night with only a hammer and a flashlight. Tom Cruise, you're going to play me. Danny DeVito, the raccoons. Picture this. And I'll even give you the day after as well, because it doesn't end. Picture this. It's like my second year in scouting, right? Or maybe third, I don't know. Summer camp, D-Bar A. We have canvas tents at D-Bar A, right? At Coconut Base, you bring your own tent. At D-Bar A, you sleep in a, like, military canvas tent, right?
What the fuck?
Every scout
What
does.
the fuck?
2 people
What
per
the fuck?
tents. My tent partner, and I'll say his name is Luke. Me and Luke have the same tent, right? It's like 11 o'clock. It's time for lights out, quiet time, everybody go to sleep. 11:30, I get up and go to the bathroom, and I come out. And once again, to my left, I see from a distance, the fire is still lit. Just barely, but just barely is a lot. Like, that could start something crazy, you know? It is my duty to put out that fucking fire because the idiots who were in charge of doing that didn't. Luke, Garrett, you idiots.
Gareth?
Yeah, Garrett, tall Garrett, you know him.
Oh. Not Hitmaster. The other guy.
However, in the process of me going to get a bucket, I start hearing those noises. The screaming.
Oh, God.
From all directions. Every single fucking direction. And I go into a frenzy. Tyler, this story is crazy. And nothing goes right.
Just like that. Nothing went right.
What happened?
Something fell from the top shelf. I don't know what it was.
What? Something from the top shelf? Hello?
No, it's on the floor now, I think.
I don't see nothing.
Something fell. I don't know exactly what it was. Something fell.
It was a raccoon. Anyway.
The Banshee scream. Speaking of Banshee, there's a Banshee ride called Banshee at Kings Island, so you might get PTSD flashbacks on that ride. Because there is an actual Banshee scream on the ride.
So hear me out, right? Every good story is a climax, a beginning, an ending, an antagonist, a protagonist, and a meaning, you know, like the main reason why it exists.
Overall arc.
The reason is to put out that fire. The antagonist is the raccoons that are fucking everywhere, but I can't fucking see them. I can only hear them screaming at me. from 11:30, 12 o'clock at night until everybody wakes up, I am fending off raccoons trying to put out a goddamn fire.
See, if you're trying to fend off raccoons, wouldn't it be better just to stay by the fire and like have it lit for protection, though?
I don't even know if they care, man. From my perspective, I'm hearing banshees, man. I'm hearing fucking ghouls and demons from everywhere. Did you hear that? Did you hear that?
I think you're getting haunted by the raccoons.
That was crazy. It sounded like a fighter jet. Did you hear it?
I did.
It's crazy. I'm talking haunted. About this story, and literally Top Gun Tom Cruise is flying overhead.
Get ready to play you in this movie.
The new one that's coming out. I just heard a rumbling, you know? I'm like, did somebody just drop a fucking bomb? Is that what happened? Welcome to the end of the world! It's the raccoons, they're taking over. Anyway, I digress. I need to tell this fucking story. It's crazy. Act 1. Defense. So I see the fire. I have a bucket. I hear the screams. My first instinct is to fucking run. I'm like 13, 14 years old. I'm a fucking pussy. I'm a coward. That shit is fucking terrifying. But the night defines me and changed me. I'm no longer a coward after this night. I run back to my tent. I wake up Luke. Luke! The fire's still lit. It's fine, man. Go to sleep. Luke, I have to put out the fire. What the fuck? What if these canvas tents are crazy flammable? What if one of them catches? Everybody dies. Everybody dies. I have to put out the fire. I have to. Luke goes back to sleep. I'm sitting on my bed.
You didn't even mention the raccoons at all?
No, I did not. Not yet, I didn't.
Oh, not
I'm
yet.
sitting on the bed with my hands in on my head like this, rocking back and forth, contemplating what the fuck to do. I look to my right, and I have a flashlight. Oh, good. Where's my pocket knife? Oh, shit. It's on the table outside underneath the tarp. I grab my flashlight. I turn it on, and in an instant, it becomes a first-person horror game. Screams are still echoing all around me as I leave my tent to go to those tables. The screams get louder, they get closer as I get closer to those tables, so I'm assuming, at this point, that they're over by the tables. I get to the edge of the table, and I'm so fucking freaked out that I don't want to go any further. And on the table, right in front of me, there's a hammer. A regular hammer. That'll do. If it comes down to it and I need to defend myself, I will use that hammer. I grab the hammer. Hammer in left hand, flashlight in right. I am literally about to be the next Avenger at this point. Everything depends on me putting out that fire, saving the entire camp, proving myself as a 13-year-old Boy Scout, and jumping immediately to getting like a medal from the President of the United States. At the time, Barack Obama. Still would like to have anal butt sex with Barack Obama. And so, Act 2. I don't know what to call it. What do I call Act 2?
Just keep talking. You'll figure it out.
Oh. The terrors of the night. I mentioned before that I am a coward. I am a pussy. At the time. I know deep down that this hammer is not going to do shit. And that I have a hammer and a flashlight. And I'm fucked. So my next instinct is to go back to Luke. I go back in the tent. I sit down. I put the hammer and the flashlight to my right. Luke, I really need your help, man. It's fine. Just go the fuck back to sleep. Luke, do you not hear the fucking screams? They're out there, man. I don't know what they are, but they're out there. talking about? And at this point, I'm thinking I'm insane. It has to be like 1 o'clock by this point. Dude, you don't understand. Something is out there. That something is going to spread that fire to us. I hear a toilet flush. Okay, so I don't hear a toilet flush. There's no plumbing. But what I really hear is the stall door. It just is more cinematic if I say I hear a toilet flush. The stall door closes. I know somebody's up and somebody's out there. And just by chance, it happened to be my scoutmaster. Hooray! Saved! He'll help me put out the fire, and he won't get eaten by these banshees because he's an adult, and only kids get eaten by banshees. I still got, just in case, I still grab the hammer and the flashlight just in case he's a skinwalker. And I go out there, and he actually, he died a couple years later of cancer. He's still one of my favorite scoutmaster, or he is my like number one person. Like, oh man, he taught me so much, but he did end up dying. And the whole troop was fucking crying about that. Every goddamn one of us was. But at the time, I was so pissed off. I go out there, and I say to him, Mr. Pierpont, the fire is still lit. There are banshees out here. All I have is a hammer and a flashlight. Please, can you help me put out the fire? Nothing that came out of his mouth was English. I don't know what the fuck he was saying, but it was all gibberish. This man had sleptwalked to the bathroom and had sleptwalked right back past me, back to his tent. Either that, or he thought I was one of the hooligan scouts, which I definitely was, who was just pulling his leg, and he was just like, shut the fuck up, I'm going back to bed. But he didn't say a damn thing. He just kind of made grunting noises, and at this point, I literally have this look on my face with a hammer and a flashlight in my hands. I'm like, really? My last line of defense is not even fully awake. He just went to the bathroom.
Please make that emote at Kim Pomeroy. Please make that an emote now.
I am so in awe and in shock by this that I don't move. And I'm just watching him go back to his tent. Like, what the fuck just happened? And then I realize I'm outside, and the banshees are still everywhere. And I have a hammer and a flashlight once more, and I'm over by the bathroom. Side note, we had a donkey at the time. You could just rent donkeys for whatever dumb reason.
A weird ass camp.
It was asleep. Every other fucking night that donkey was making noises the whole goddamn night, but tonight, when the fucking banshees are going off, it's just like, oh yeah, this is normal. I run back into the tent. This time, right before I get back to the tent, I see raccoons. I see raccoons out in the field, over towards where the fire is. And I'm just like, fuck. I get into the tent. I explain to Luke that my scoutmaster is sleepwalking. Nobody can help me. I literally have seen heard the banshees. I've seen raccoons. I have not made the connection yet. That comes the next day. And he just starts laughing at me. And clearly he does not understand the importance of my mission. My mission to put out that goddamn fire.
You should have just woken up the donkey.
I get out at like 3, 4 o'clock in the morning. After laying in my bed, not sleeping, eyes wide open, terrified, clutching the hammer and the flashlight like a fucking Egyptian sarcophagus. Like I got the hammer and a fucking sickle in my hands, you know. And, 4 o'clock in the morning comes around. And I've committed. I will put out that goddamn fire. I will take this hammer and this flashlight, go get a bucket of water, fill it up, pour it on that fire, and go to sleep for the last remaining 4 hours I have available. I literally leave my tent, turn to my right, and there's an albino raccoon 2 tents down, and I just fucking, at this point, I'm done. At this point, I had heard banshees, seen raccoons, and now there is a fucking rake. Like the white monkey thing? There is a rake. 2 tents down. And I'm just like, I literally am just like, fuck this. Fuck this. I am going to bed. I did not sleep. Eyes wide open, hammer in the flashlight, until I heard somebody rustling and leaving their tent. This motherfucker is an older scout, and he goes and sits down at the fucking fire that's still lit. Like everything's normal. It's daytime now, I can see, but I am so traumatized. Everything went wrong. And I've got merit badges to go to now. Everybody's asking me, like, what's wrong with me? And I'm just like, what? What do you mean? I'm just fine. I have become the fucking ghoul in that horror movie at this point for everybody.
Oh my god.
The day before was environmental science, and I don't remember what the fuck we were doing, but I just happened to have a bag of mud. So the raccoon shit, the traumatizing banshee event is over, and I clutch onto this fucking bag of mud for the rest of the week. It is my stress ball, and I will literally maul anybody who tries to fucking take it away from me. I see a raccoon later that day over by the staircase that goes down to the creek. And everybody's laughing at me because I'm chasing after it with a knife this time and screaming, I will skin you! I will skin your whole family! You will be my hat! I will end you! You know, I'm screaming at this fucking raccoon, telling it I'm gonna kill its family and turn it into a hat. Everybody's laughing at me like, what the fuck is wrong with you? And I literally, like, broke. And at one point, I end up staring at the stars and just speaking philosophy, philosophical. I start spouting philosophical nonsense into the stars. And they're all trying to get me to go to bed at this point, and I'm just in a trance. It's like I've been possessed, you know, by fucking some weird scientist. I've lost it, man. I've lost it. I'm clutching onto a bag of mud and a knife at this point, no longer a hammer and a flashlight, traumatized by the raccoons, which I now know that the banshees were raccoons screaming and fighting each other, and the albino raccoon, which I am dead certain that I saw, and that they all make fun of me for. Tyler, I don't think I've ever been more insane in my entire life. If I had to attribute an event that has been so traumatizing to me, that has turned me into a sociopathic piece of shit, it would be that day. I can't look at raccoons without thinking about strangling them all.
That's a problem.
Which brings me to my grievances.
Oh boy.
That was the end of the story, you know. That fucking crazy night of terror. Which, by the way, Act 3 and 4 were in there. I just didn't say them, you know. Raccoons. Yeah, Tyler, this will be a little bit like the moon rant. In the sense that they are literally the worst fucking animal. I have pretty strong opinions about giant pandas. Not supposed to be a thing. They kill their kids accidentally. They are a carnivorous mammal that only eats plants. Not only plants, but like one that is so fucking tough and so indigestible. But raccoons really take the cake. Literally, they will take your cake. If you have a granola bar in your back pocket, they will fucking stop at nothing until they get that granola bar. Bandits. Literally bandits. Trash pandas. They steal your trash. They have bandit masks, and they steal your trash. And if you catch them in the act, they stand on their hind legs, put their hands together, and literally do the You have caught me in my act, have you? You know, they do that evil villain shit. And then they don't
fuck?
stop until you just back away with your hands up like this. Raccoons are fucking evil, dude. Not only do they live in trees, but they live underground in burrows. Not only do they make fucking dying children noises, but they fight all the time. Okay, here's something to keep your dog away from raccoons for. They will guide your dog to a lake and drown it. If
fuck?
that dog gets in the water, that dog is dead. That dog will swim in that water to try to get that raccoon, and the raccoon will jump on it and literally drown it. It'll push its head under the water and not let it out, and will drown that dog. They kill other animals. They kill birds. They carry so many diseases, it's not even funny. They are literally the biggest nuisances on the planet. And this is without my experiences with them, which are altogether traumatizing and just defining as a whole. These motherfuckers are just the worst, Tyler. I can't stress how much I hate raccoons. I cannot stress how much I hate raccoons. And I will stop at nothing to fucking capture or kill them all. I'm Raccoon Hitler. Just like you're a pizza racist or something. I can't remember.
Pizza racist?
When we were doing our Would You Rather or whatever, I called you something racist. But maybe you're just a regular racist. I don't know.
Fuck. I am totally not.
That sounded suspiciously sarcastic, Tyler.
Narcastic?
Sarcastic. Narcotics.
Narcissist? Or
what the fuck? Sarcastic. Tyler, I'm stressed out. I've been talking about raccoons now for a very long time. They are terrifying. I have no good experiences with raccoons. They fucking suck. They will take the place of your cat if you are blind, and you won't even know that that's not your cat. It's a raccoon. And they'll pretend like everything is normal, because in the end, they get to steal your trash. I'm done talking about raccoons.
well, I guess the moral of those stories is that never go camping, because raccoons will just terrify you all night, and you'll become insane.
The moral of those stories?
For some reason, there's a donkey involved, and the donkey does nothing.
The moral of those stories is to put out the goddamn fire before you go to sleep. God damn it, you son of a bitch. Ah, dude. Man. Literally nothing has been more traumatizing. Except for maybe the 100-mile canoe trip I went on. But that was traumatizing for a different reason. That was like a Vietnam story, and I have legitimate like PTSD of mosquitoes and shit.
We're gonna have to hear about that in the next podcast that we do. Just us two.
Not the next one. I can't do these stories this close together. But anyway, Tyler, you have anything to add?
Well, no.
Alrighty.
I know the one time I went camping. Actually, I only went camping I went to a summer camp twice, 2 years in a row. I went camping once. Never experienced a raccoon. The only like quote unquote predatory animal we ever experienced was a pregnant water snake that was laying her eggs underneath by our beach, and so we had to evacuate the lake for that. But that was that.
Crazy. I've had my fair share of encounters with animals that have been not pleasant, but raccoons really take that cake. Like I said, they will physically come to your house and steal your cake and your dogs, and they will drown your dogs and take the place of your cats. I gotta be done with this, man. I can't keep talking about this. It's gonna drive me mad again, and I'm gonna stare at the stars and start spouting philosophical nonsense.
Okay.
Anyway, thanks for watching this episode of Strollin and Trollin. Without further ado, say goodbye, Tyler.
Goodbye.
Goodbye, everybody. See you next